AITA for forcing my father to pay child support. My father is a dick. When he got my mother pregnant, he wanted her to quit her job and just stay home to be a good little wife and mother. He is very well off due to a trust fund and he doesn't really need to work. My mother refused and divorced him. Because of a prenup, she got very little and he moved back to Europe. His parents never knew about me and my mother had a good profession and I never really wanted for anything. My grandmother and grandfather, her mom and dad were awesome. And I got to spend my summers exploring the wilds of Western Canada with them. My father never paid the child support he should have. Like I said, it did really matter. My mom makes good money and she gave me a great life as a child. So the point of this post, I'm 28. Getting married. I met the love of my life. I'm 31. At university and we have been together for 8 years. He is a wonderful person and he really is my lobster. Sorry. Friends reference. His family is from the same city as my father and they are a huge rambunctious bunch. Because of a lot of intermingled business and personal relationships, my parental grandparents found out about my impending wedding and me, I suppose. They have been in contact and want to come to Canada to meet me and my fiancé, who I guess is a grandson of an acquaintance of theirs. Small world. When they found out that my father had basically abandoned me to fend for myself in this world. This is honestly how they see it. They were pissed to say the least. It is very funny because we are decidedly upper middle class here. So long story short, they had their lawyer calculate the amount of child support my father should have paid with interest and the cost of my post-secondary education. They then gave me this as a gift. What I didn't know was that it came out of my father's yearly draw on his trust fund. He is furious because it is obviously a sizable amount and it will very much affect his finances for at least the next 2 years. He may need to, get a job. He has been contacting me and telling me that his current wife and children will be negatively affected if I don't give him back this money. I don't really need it. And I guess I am entitled to it, and I am getting a trust fund now as well. But I really want to pay off any debt my mother may have and make sure that when she retires she can do whatever suits her fancy. I'm not giving it back. AITA? Edit. To answer some common questions. 1. My half-siblings will not really be affected. They have trust funds set up already and their tuitions and fees and stuff are covered. 2. My grandparents' family sets these up when Ba kid is born. One of the reasons my father is upset is because since he didn't bother to tell his parents about me, they did not set this up. They have since taken a good chunk of his trust fund and used it to set mine up. Realistically, the principal being separated 28 years ago would have left him in the exact same position. 3. My mom was working on getting her PhD so she could help kids with a certain condition. That is what he wanted her to walk away from. 4. My grandparents have sent me pictures of my family there. The coolest thing is that my grandfather looks like the granddad from The Parent Trap. 5. My mom never remarried, but she has had a special friend since I was 5. He is amazing and taught me to swear in Colombian Spanish. Definitely NTA. My favorite is these ones where the karma bus drives by to collect the dickheads. It's a comfort that the rest of your paternal family don't share this entitlement of your father. NTA. Your grandparents won't accept it back anyway. It's your grandparents' money to use however they wish. They've decided to gift it to their grandchild and not their lazy-ass son. Tell him this is between him and his parents. NTA. He should have been paying it all along. And your grandparents sound badass. NTA. Imagine abandoning your own daughter only to call her years later to beg for money. A dick and pathetic. Give that money to your mama. That trust fund isn't his money. It's his parents' money. They can give or take that any time they want. And they wanted to take it from him and given it to you. That's 100% their right. Your father is actually angry at them. But he's also a coward. He knows that any anger he directs at them may end up with him being cut off completely. It's time to shut him up. Let him know that if he keeps harassing you, you'll show his texts and emails and calls to his parents. Ask him how he thinks they'd react to his actions. Keep the money. Just because you don't need a thing doesn't make it wrong to have it. Pay off your debt. Buy a home. Make your new life with your husband that much easier. Save and invest it for your children if you want. Your grandparents want you to have their money. Let them be generous to you. NTA. NTA. They gave it freely. It is yours. If they were able to give it, it wasn't his money to control where it goes to anyway. That's how a trust works. NTA. Your dad's a deadbeat. He should have been paying it all along. It's not his money anyway. It's from the trust fund set up for him. Your paternal grandparents sound awesome though. Maybe they're trying to atone for raising the asshat that is their son. NTA. You and your mother more than deserve it. I applaud your grandparents for doing the right thing. They knew their son wouldn't own up to his own failures, so they literally made him pay for it. They are brilliant. NTA. It's amazing that the first contact you have with your bio dad is for him to demand money from you. NTA. Your father is a deadbeat. His parents are legends though. NTA. Your father is a DK. Your paternal grandparents are probably happy they have a family member that is productive. The gift is from them, not your father. He needs to negotiate with his parents to reduce the impact on him. Enjoy getting to know your grandparents. NTA. Your dad didn't do the right thing. Looks like his parents are pissed that he was an ass and robbed them of a grandchild. No matter that you didn't grow up in poverty. To them you were betrayed by their son, they will be incredibly ashamed of it. The bigger draw of anger from them could likely be that they did not get to see 28 years of your life. 28 holiday mornings. 28 birthdays. A million little moments that could have been shared even if from a distance. As for dear old gamete provider dearest, he made this problem for himself and can get himself out of it. All the best op. Hope you take a chance to explore the rest of the family. NTA. You didn't ask for this money and it was rightfully given to you by your grandparents, who thanks to their son were robbed from being in your life growing up. Your dad has no claim on this money as it's not his. Give it to your mom. She deserves it. NTA. Call it karma. It's your money. It's a lovely idea to give it to your mom. NTA. Your grandparents did what he should have done. Use that money wisely, and by wisely I mean treat your mom with a vacation, all expenses paid. Massage. All inclusive or something like that. What you decide to do with rest is up to you. You can give it to her. Or invest it in something. But that is your money and your right to have. NTA. He should have been paying child support all along. Better late than never. Besides, the money is actually being given to you as a gift by your grandparents. The fact that the money came from money they would have normally given to him is not your problem. They obviously have the power to do this and your father can't stop them. Which is why he is trying to guilt trip you into giving him the money. He wants it to keep his life on ultra easy mode for the next year or two. He doesn't need it. Without it he will have to work, use his savings, borrow money from his parents, or be comparatively frugal during that time. He and his family will not starve or go without in any significant way. Your only concern should be whether you want to keep all the money yourself or give some to your mother. NTA. What I'm hearing is that an overgrown trust fund baby is mad his actions have consequences and he'll now have to work like the rest of us peasants. It's fortunate you turned out alright, but too many deadbeats let their kids struggle in poverty and act like the kids' upkeep is none of their concern. Your paternal grandparents sound alright though. Hopefully you can make up for lost time and forge a nice bond. If your mom doesn't need the money to pay off debt, a nice spa weekend with her may be a nice idea. NTA. Your grandparents gave you a gift. NTA and bravo to your grandparents. And boo-hoo to your deadbeat dad. Your paternal grandparents have given me a smile today. Good for them and sucks to be your dad. Keep the money. Donate it to charity. Bury it in the garden. Whatever you do, don't give it back. NTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.